Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to my channel. So, I did promise that I would come back with the word that God gave to me to give to you guys, but I felt like there was something I needed to correct, and it had something to do with my description of myself. I wasn't wrong when I said I'm a procrastinator, and I wasn't wrong when I said that I am a little inconsistent, but that's only when it's dealing with my personal life. So I don't want anybody to think if I'm working on a job that's my character, because that's far from it. When I'm working a job or at my career, so far from it. But personally, yes, I am a procrastinator, and yes, I am not consistent. I mean, there's only one thing I feel that I'm consistent with, and that's my relationship with God. And maybe that's the most important thing, you think? But anyway, okay. So I did say I was going to give the word that He gave to me when I was in prayer. And we're going to the book of Matthew. Let me see if I can find it. All right. So actually, it's Matthew 9, and it's the 35th verse. And it's actually 35 through 38. So as I was reading this, the Spirit just spoke to me. It was like, say this, tell this, or however. I mean, I can't even describe how the Spirit talks to you, but I guess you just know His voice when you have a relationship with Him. So anyway, so let me read it to you. And it says, and this is the title, The Need for Workers. Jesus traveled through all the towns and villages of that area, teaching in the synagogues and announcing the good news about the kingdom. And He healed every kind of disease and illness. When He saw the crowds, He had compassion on them because they were confused and helpless like sheep without a shepherd. He said to His disciples, "The harvest is great, but the workers are few. So pray to the Lord who is in charge of the harvest. Ask Him to send more workers into His fields." So what came to me is, okay, we have to look at our world today. And I'm not one to point fingers. That's not my job, because I'm a sinner just like everybody else. I try my best, and I try to live the right kind of life. I try to live a righteous life. But we all fall short. That's true. Anyway, but there are some people who are more aligned with the Spirit, or they have a relationship with the Spirit of God. And then you have some people who don't have a relationship with God and the Spirit. And those are the individuals that I feel He's talking about, because one day, these individuals who don't have a relationship with God, when He starts working with them, and He's, I'm not saying He's working with everybody, but He starts to call some of His people in to the fold. And when He starts calling those people into the fold, there has to be some people who have His Spirit within them that are there to guide those individuals. And they are what we would call shepherds. And these are people with sincere and pure hearts who will go about helping these individuals build their relationship with God, or, at least guiding them. So God is saying that there is a harvest out there, and there are no workers. And you have to start looking at your own self to determine, are you one of those people who can be a shepherd for God's sheep? That's just really something to think about. Really think about that. Again, I'm not trying to make this a spiritual channel, but this is what God laid on my heart, and I felt that I needed to relay it. So think about that question. Think about your relationship with God. And with that, be blessed.